Still don't ask for respect.
But you will respect each other.
Yo, big man, if you want respect, you gotta earn it. You damn right.
The last one I think was, never respect anybody who doesn't respect you back.
And you will have my respect until you abuse it.
Wow, we back with Earn Respect. You already know what it is. We're going to switch gears a little bit, talk a little NFL. We're currently over here watching the Monday night game, the Bengals and the Steelers. The Bengals surprisingly up. It's been kind of a couple little, he took a hit. Couple little upsets this weekend. What y'all, Donnie, I know you weren't here last time to talk about football, so we'll start with you. What's your mindset? I know you're a Bucs fan, as you described earlier. You know what I'm saying? But what you think about y'all going forward, the playoff picture, and just what's going on in the league right now?
I think right now, especially with the way that the Steelers are playing, and it just has a nice graphic of their injuries, unfortunately. I mean, the AFC and the NFL as a whole is really the Chiefs to lose at this point, and it might be that way for a couple years, if we're being honest. But the Bills. So like 2 weeks ago, last time I was on the show, we didn't show the Bills any love, and the Bills could be very, very, very dangerous. They could be very dangerous, and also shout out to my boy James Sapp, who is the only James Sapp and my boy Anuj Singh. Anuj, I've been in the fantasy football league with him since I was in college. I think we're on our 6th or 7th year, and my boy James Sapp, who's one of my best friends in this world, and they're both Bills fans. And
shout out to my dog Miles Young, he's a Bills fan.
And
Jordan Dangerfield, ain't he 39?
No, that's Fitzpatrick. He's Dangerfield 37.
Oh, shit.
Rural Palm Beach High School. Shout out.
Shout out to Alex Zambito, another Bills fan.
He had a big hit earlier. Dangerfield, that is. On the
I know, I'm always good with cutouts if somebody actually on the field, man.
And it's a perfect score right now.
Holding it down for the hometown.
Yep.
But
10-17.
Burr.
Says the Jeezy fan.
I'm not a Jeezy fan. I love both of them.
Don't label him.
It is what it is.
I love both of them. But look, man,
it is what it is, bro.
How you gonna not show respect to Gooch, man, on 10-17, man? The score 10-17.
Bro, you know I literally see 10-17 every morning and night. Like,
and you say Bird.
Yeah, and I just always like. I just know, like, I'm just gonna always the true Gucci fan, dog. Like,
drink to that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, if it's 10-17,
but I like Jeezy too. I love Jeezy too.
If it is 10-17, if it's October the 17th, I make sure to let everyone know that I'm interact with.
Yeah.
That at 10-17, both morning and night, when I holler Bird, like, I'm not tweaking.
Right.
I'm not tripping.
Look at me crazy.
You know, like,
I play Gucci that whole day.
Is you rolling? Bitch, I might be. But I'm going to go, Burr. I'm gonna let that bit, Burr. You got to let it out because it's 10-17 on 10-17. And, like, that's a holiday.
I play Gucci.
That's 11-11 on 11-11, bro. Like, that's a Veteran Day, man.
I play Gucci all 10-17. That whole day, I play Gucci the whole day. I give out playlists on Twitter for those who must know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, low key, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I used to do the 10-17 snaps every single day. Low-key got famous.
I remember that.
I low-key got famous off that shit, but I stopped.
Yeah, I remember when we first was on that writing on the wall. That's where I really became a Gucci fan.
Me too.
Then I put this nigga we was riding after I graduated from high school. Shout out to Suncoast.
My bad, yeah.
Bitch, you keep hitting me and shit. You with me?
Good as your brother, bro.
Yeah,
If that was any other nigga, I might have had to give him an elbow.
Like, nigga. Y'all didn't see her talk. He came in like this.
Mid conversation.
And then just hit you with the, oh, my bad. Like, he said it so quick, it's like, you know, he was finna do.
Oh, you're right. That was accident. No, you're right. I'm
my bad, Cole. You straight?
You ain't really mean that. You right.
Shit, bro. You good? I didn't see you.
Hats off to you, player.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I think the NFL is really in the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes' hand. You know, as long as they stay healthy, well, as long as really he stays healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't, it's tough. They just lost, not lost, but didn't Edwards-Helaire get injured yesterday?
Yeah, he's going on the list, but they expect him or they at least are hopeful that he'll be back by the start of the playoffs, or at least when they play in the playoffs, which would.
Right, and the fucked up part about it is shit. His backup is only Le'Veon Bell. You feel me?
It's like, man, the poverty, man. The
in the slums in Kansas City, boy, in the trenches.
Man. Like, I can't believe it.
You got to sign Le'Veon off the practice squad, huh? God damn. But
that shovel pass that Pat did to
Kelsey.
Yeah,
they've been running. No, they've been running that play the whole year.
Looked like he tripped and the ball just came out of his hand.
No, they were. Was it like, did he go inside? It was like in between the tackles because it was one.
He kind of like moved to the right a little bit and just
Yeah. Okay. So they had that whatever Monday Night Football game they played. They ran it twice. They ran to somebody else. And then they ran to Kelsey, and I think Kelsey actually scored. So that is a play that they do run because I did see that on Sunday, and I remembered it because that's a little gimmick play, trick play that they run. Mm-hmm. But like I said, as far as the AFC, I think the league is the Chiefs to lose, and I think it's Patrick Mahomes' league. The Bills definitely, like I said, going back to the Bills, they have fucking played amazingly, and I think that is probably the second biggest. That's probably the next threat to them. That's the Chiefs' biggest threat, especially the way that it seems like Pittsburgh is playing at the moment.
Damn, man.
And then on the NFC side, I thought that the Rams were going to be that. The Rams somehow decided to lose to the Jets. I don't know what kind of like deal.
Terrible for both sides.
I don't know what kind of deal Kroenke made with Sheikh Mansour. You know what I mean? So they can. Is that Sheikh? Is that Sheikh? I think it is Sheikh. I'm just trying to make sure I get the
owners
right. Yeah, for the Jaguars. But I don't know what kind of Arsenal Fulham deal was made and the handshake was made to bring it to the other football to the Prem. But
yeah, that's. I mean, you got those games every year. I remember a couple of years ago the Bills was trash and they beat us like 40-0. You know what I'm saying? So every couple games, I mean, every season you got a couple of those head scratchers. So, but I don't know. As a Vikings fan, I'm kind of like, fuck it at this point. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna do what we're doing,
as you should be.
You know what I'm saying? All right,
loser.
Just relax. Just relax.
Like that?
You feel me?
You loser. You speaking?
Y'all almost lost to the Falcons yesterday.
Everybody almost lost to the Falcons, though.
Well, we lost to the Falcons.
We lost to the Falcons, too.
Well, thank you.
We didn't play the Falcons.
They put 40 on us.
Remember, they put like 40 on us, too.
Man.
Worst day of my life.
You just don't know what Falcons team you're going to get, though.
No. Same with Minnesota. Like, you don't know. As I told y'all, though, before, 2 weeks ago when we talked, I didn't know what Kirk Cousins we were going to get.
When we got that Kirk. I thought we
turn the corner,
but I mean, that's the thing about it. You go out for a reach. Kirk Cousins and Case Keenum at that time when we made the signing, I don't think it was that much of a difference. Like a undisputable. You know what I'm saying? We need this cat. You know what I'm saying? Washington wasn't making deep playoff runs at that time. Still ain't doing it. You understand? So. But you kind of got to eat that. It is what it is. You try to make the best of it, but
to Kirk, the only thing that's like, y'all let Kirk be the trendsetter. Like y'all took Kirk from Washington and was like, this is going to be the poster child for the new quarterback contract. When y'all gave that man like $80 million,
we were the guinea pigs
off top, and y'all let that happen. And I mean, y'all defense has slacked this year, though. Y'all defense hasn't been the Vikings defense of the last 2 to 3 years. But I would think a
lot of pieces, though. We don't have no defensive ends.
Yeah. Everson Griffin is going. Although Everson Griffin went like
he's on the decline.
He also went AWOL.
Yeah, he went crazy.
But y'all do have the
Hunter got hurt.
He got hurt,
and then we traded your boy Ngakwe.
Yeah, y'all did. Y'all traded him to Jacksonville. I think he ended up somewhere else.
No, he's in.
Y'all traded him to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Finley.
But what I would just say about that is that the only thing about the Kirk Cousins deal is that y'all might be looked at as the poster boy of this new generation, and y'all got absolutely nothing out of it. And I also think that even when y'all played the Bucks, if y'all gave Kirk Cousins that contract with Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Irv Smith, and Dalvin Cook,
we got talent.
Y'all expect him to score more than the 26 points we scored, and you have to if you're gonna give him that.
For
like
sure.
you expect him to beat a 44, 43-year-old Tom Brady if you gave him that money.
The thing I want to know about that game is how much did y'all pay Dan Bailey pregame to do what he did?
I need to know how much people paid Todd Bowles a game to completely fuck over the scheme and the play calling for the first half. Because he's god awful. He might be the best adjuster I've ever seen in my life because he is the worst fucking planner I've ever seen in my life. We let y'all get ahead of us. We somehow got down
we should have been
to the
up
Falcons 24-0, 21-0.
At least 10 up on y'all.
Yeah, but Dan Bailey did. He blew a lot of. He
missed like 3 field goals and an extra point in the first half. Yeah, he was literally accounted for, or would have accounted for a full touchdown.
He still got his job.
I did see that. Yeah, you see. I mean, you can't
Still
find
got his
him.
job?
You're not looking. You're not looking on the streets in week 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't do that.
No, you're right.
Because it's like I said, when people talk about the kicker position and they say it's easy, it's kind of like we have 32 teams. It seems it's the easiest.
This is the worst that I've seen the kicking position since I've ever watched football.
But do your job.
Yeah, I believe so the movement from having an extra point that close to 33 yards, and I say that close because I don't know how many yards it was. 30 yards. 25. Not only have I seen that go down, I feel like I've seen kicking as a whole go down. Like I feel like I've seen more missed kicks more than anything. Like shout out or like not shout out to the Money Badger, Michael Badgley, graduate, my favorite college football team. I don't understand how he makes it through the rest of the season, nor do I believe he will be on the Chargers roster next year. Because he missed so many kicks over the last 2 years,
bro. We had
et cetera. Like it's wild. Like a lot of kickers are missing a lot of. Matter of fact, I actually saw Cody Parkey.
Yeah.
You know, Palm Beach. You know, he's more infamous than he is famous, but you know, for the Bears debacle. Mm-hmm. But I saw him kicking for I think the Browns.
Last night.
And I was like amazed. I was like, he's still in the league because I don't understand how anybody. But it just shows you how. One, the kicker position is really difficult and shows you how short the player pool is.
They're desperate for him.
Yeah, because I can't kick a motherfucking field goal. But it's also like, but we only have like 20 human beings that can like kick this bitch on a consistent basis.
Shit,
and the other 12, crapshoots.
I know you feel that pain because y'all drafted old Raw.
Yeah. Not only did we draft a Florida State player, but we also
just drafted the wrong one.
We drafted 2 of them bitches. And they both happen to be, you know, I believe in Jameis. I believe in Jameis for what it was. And Aguayo is I think he's the highest scoring. He's the highest scoring player ever in college football history, I believe. But yeah,
I think he's from around this way.
He is. No, him and his brother. Yeah. Because you know, our people. Shout out to Disney Real Estate. Shout out to Jordan Disney.
Yeah.
And
shout out Disney.
You know, he golfs with everybody. He golfs with Parkey. He goes with the Aguayos. He goes with O'Leary.
And they
from
all, the Dolphins.
Well, and 2
O'Leary still play?
Yeah.
I don't know where.
I think so.
He's not with him. He was with him last year.
Yeah, last year.
You know, two Florida State players, but you know it is.
Grandson of Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
Who owns probably like half of Jupiter.
You a Florida State fan, man?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that 52-10 like really hurt, huh? Didn't it?
Shit, North Carolina put up 60 on y'all boys.
No. This not about that. This not about that. This is about
I don't care.
us.
I accept being trash. Like I say, I was talking to shout out to Pastor Green. I passed that Payne Chapel. Shout out to Payne Chapel.
Oh, you prayed on it. Like you got like
he's a Florida fan. He's a Florida fan, and he's posted something about Florida, and I just said, man, y'all trash. And he said,
to the pastor?
Yeah, and he said,
hey, all right, I'm gonna say some regulars that a lot of people want to agree with, but I'm gonna say anyway, man, fuck the pastor, man. He just like me, bro. I don't care about Florida. I'll tell him fuck you, just like I tell Vaughn fuck you about
sports,
Florida
right?
State. Yeah, it's just sports. Yeah, it's just sports. I ain't talking about the bar. I'm talking about sports.
No, he would in a conversation he'll get right with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. He'll be like, let me tell you something. But nah, he said
get real close to you. I ain't want nobody else to get you, boy, but
fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Seminoles trash.
He said, what did he say? I said they trash, and he said y'all the actual dumpster. I say, well, it don't matter if you're the trash or the can. We both stink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't.
What do you say, amen?
You just transferring you to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just come join. You know, I school on. Ain't nothing, I school on.
Just embrace it.
You feel me? We're going to both watch the playoffs at the house. You feel me? You can come to my house. It don't matter. I come to your house. We'll chill. Well, shit, neither of our teams will be playing.
Yeah.
Pray on that.
You can do that at the house. All you want.
Hey, go Gators.
But, man, I forget what our initial topic was.
We was on the NFL. I just realized nobody else got to like speak about the NFL or college. But we are on the playoffs, so we can segue to the playoffs real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the playoffs, and it's Clemson, Bama, Ohio State, and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say they're deserving teams, but Ohio State's only played 6 games? You have teams that's played 13 games. Coastal Carolina's 13-0.
Yeah.
Ohio State is 6. That shit don't make sense to me.
I will say real quick, as being a Louisiana native,
Yeah.
the UL's only loss was to Coastal Carolina at home, and if they would have played Coastal Carolina again, UL was gonna give them hell, as we
Right.
always do. L's up,
For sure. My
And you
homeboy
know what
went
I'm
to
saying?
Louisiana Lafayette.
and that's UL.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
just they just call it It's a really weird dynamic.
Right.
It's basically like a
Devin?
like what people
Yeah,
would call.
Devin. Shout out to Devin. He's also working with the Raiders now with the social work, something with the Raiders. Shout out to him.
Cool.
Suncoast.
It's what you would call like a dick pulling contest. I'm sure you heard about that. It's like between UL Lafayette and UL Monroe is within the University of Louisiana system.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
so
That's right.
UL
Cook me.
and so UL wants to be the University of Louisiana,
Like,
flat out,
yeah, like Cookman wanna be like fam, I definitely
yeah,
feel.
and it's
I
just
definitely
like, oh, I'm not getting into y'all beef, man. I'm not getting into y'all Cook, man. Fam beef, man.
Definitely.
But that's what it is. So they want to be UL to be University of Louisiana Monroe, and they be like, we want to be the University of Louisiana. But when we say UL, we don't say the University of Louisiana. We say the University of Lafayette because that's where we're from. It's like nobody pays attention, like I said, to UL's power moves or anything like that. But yeah, like I said, they only lost to Coastal Carolina by 3. And I think we're getting another chance at Coastal. Like I said, whether it's my emotions and my bias or anything else, UL would have handled that. But then at the same time, the rankings have been completely bogus because UL went to Iowa State,
Right.
beat Iowa State week 1. Iowa State was number 6 going into the Big 12 championship game with Oklahoma. UL was 19. The only loss they have was to the number 12 undefeated team
Right.
in Coastal Carolina. There's no way that shit makes any fucking sense.
No, the
in
whole year's
world.
been messed up. Like
They
that.
always try
But
to
they do
like,
that shit, though.
They always try to add in like your conference, your schedule, all that kind of shit. But I don't agree with the whole like Ohio State plays 6 games and they get to go to they're the
No
number
way.
3 team in the nation. You know what I'm saying? Alabama played a bunch of games. Notre Dame played a bunch of games. Who else is in it?
Bro, but
Clemson.
even look at
Clemson
with the
played a
conference
bunch of games, too.
championships. Like
Clemson.
teams was just getting oh, we can't play because of COVID, so it's okay. Well, okay, y'all play them then.
That was the Coastal Carolina UL game where Coastal Carolina was like, oh, we came out with cases. And then UL ends up the one being fucked when, if logic prevailed, UL plays Coastal Carolina. If they beat them, they beat the number 12 team, they beat the number 16. I'm saying to that motherfucker, like, in number 16 they lost, I'm saying to that motherfucker, like, all right, UL, like, number 8, right? If we going to do that, and them motherfuckers in a New Year's Six Bowl, but Cincinnati, the team that has gone through their conference and beat Tulsa and UCF and another team, can't even get to New Year's Six Bowl. Is Oklahoma
Cincinnati's a top 10 team, right?
and is Oklahoma versus Florida? It should be Cincinnati versus Florida, at least. But Cincinnati's not even in a New Year's Six Bowl whenever it's supposed to be the highest group of 6 team in New Year's Six Bowl against whomever else, and they can't even get in it. Like, this shit's been a real. I know college football is a big business. I understand that the need for them, because the need for the money and commercial money that they get in, at least if you can't get it from attendance and concessions, spreads to so many things. But the whole process has been a shit show. It's been a clown show,
bro. From
and those
the jump,
people have
bro.
handled it really, really poorly. The people up top have handled it
Exactly.
poorly.
From the jump, they was like, oh, we ain't playing. And we ain't going back to it. We ain't revisiting it. Ain't no football.
The Big Ten and Pac-12 were like really
Then
wild.
like a month
for
and a
that.
half later, they were like,
Yeah, I understand it, but they were wild for it because of the industry standard that was set.
yeah, like they,
Yeah,
that's what it is. We ain't playing.
Yeah, we're gonna have like
and then the ACC them started playing. Yeah.
We're gonna have like a USC Ohio State like full championship game in like April. It was supposed to be like that's real until they realize it's like man these monkeys ain't stopping the show, man. Like we better get with it or get lost.
Yeah, like if they playing shit, I mean, that's just stupid. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's just stupid as fuck.
If they wanted it to be legit, they would have come up with a point system where you win a game, you get a specific amount of points. You lose a game, you lose amount of points.
Or just cap it at like 6-7 games, like something like
a minimum of what you have to play.
Yeah, or like
what they did, they tried until Ohio State couldn't play like 2 or 3 games, and that's the reason why they got to make the Big Ten championship game.
Then they should be ineligible. I think we're really talking about Ohio State.
Oh, I mean,
kind of, but no.
Clemson's deserving, Bama's deserving, and Notre Dame is good this year.
Notre Dame just got beat out them.
Kind of, but
Clemson.
No. Yeah, the only way Notre Dame is
so they gonna run it back.
No, they could be off.
No, it's Bama. It's Bama Ohio State. It's Bama Clemson. I mean, sorry, it's Bama Notre Dame. It's Clemson Ohio State. But the thing is that
Bama gonna beat the fuck out though.
But the thing is that the only thing that saving Notre Dame is this: the fact that they played Clemson early in the year while Trevor Lawrence was out on COVID.
Yeah,
and they beat them.
They beat the backup.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing as the 2011 LSU Alabama game when they got to run it back in the championship game, and LSU got lucky and beat Alabama 9-6, and then Alabama beat them like 21-3 in the championship game. It's just one of those situations.
Playoff committee went for the money grab.
That NCAA,
but you got to though.
Boo boo.
Ohio State's the money grab. Notre Dame's the money grab.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. I understand it.
You think Louisiana Lafayette gonna beat Ohio State?
I don't know, but I think I think they deserved a chance to if they.
I just feel like we had the same conversation when UCF was winning all them games, and then now
they play LSU.
Now you see UCF get there. They've been top 10 in the last couple of years, right?
Only thing I would say,
so they did it for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? They kind of teams have Cinderella years sometimes, and they just turn up. But you got to do it a couple times. You feel me? And then you get because you can't change your schedule once it's set unless COVID happens or something like that. And they're not going to change your schedule. Yeah, and if they're not going to change your schedule, if you're not a top 10, top 25 team already, you're not going to play top 10, top 25 teams unless you're getting that check. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to do it for a couple years and then work your way into those games. And then once you start beating them teams, then you get your respect. You feel me? But a Cinderella year, great year, coach. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get some 3, 4-star, 5-star recruits coming to your school. You know what I'm saying? Do it again.
Yeah, that's Cinderella shit more for basketball.
As somebody who has had to have an eye on UL though, UL has won the Sun Belt or has been a top team in the Sun Belt, especially since App State came from the FCS where they were winning every year when they beat Michigan. And App State has been a force and has been really good as a mid-major. UL has been in the RL Carriers Bowl. It's just the closest bowl and the one that makes the most logistic sense in New Orleans. But UL has been that for at least 5 to 7 years. You know, between that 5, 6, I said 5 to 7. I'm gonna say 5 to 7.
So do you remember
they've really been there that good that long to where if it works out that way, and like I said, Cincinnati has been that type of team where Cincinnati has been that good. We might not be able to point a player out, but Cincinnati has been that good. UCF has been that good for a couple of years. Boise State has been that good to where those teams in BYU and those type of teams that if they in Coastal beat BYU, who everybody swore and thought was gonna be that like those type of teams, like I said, even if they don't get to the playoff, which I can see is understandable, they deserve, like Cincinnati deserved the New Year's Six Bowl, flat out. Like you have to have and you should have an undefeated group of 16 in a New Year's Six Bowl every year, because you got to at least showcase that,
right?
You know, because UCF, because even that year UCF lost to LSU, and it wasn't the year they were undefeated.
They beat Auburn the year before that, I think.
They beat Auburn when they went undefeated, and the next year they lost to LSU You know what I mean? And then blah blah blah. But like but Boise State beat Oklahoma, etc. et cetera. And like those teams really, really, really deserve to have that chance because that is 4-year, 5th-year senior laden teams that like in the NCAA tournament. That's the fucking the Lehighs that beat Duke,
right?
With C.J. McCollum, etc. That's the, you know what I mean? That's the Bucknells that beat Kansas with fucking Wayne Simeon. Wayne Simeon is her name?
I remember Wayne Simeon.
But yeah, that's the Bucknell teams that beat them because you
he
give
played
them
for the Heat, wasn't it?
Because you give them the
Was
chance
he good
to
enough for the
showcase
Heat
them
coach?
to do that. Yeah. And that's why those kids were there.
he was.
You know what I mean? That's the Belmonts that beat.
Where
that's
he
the
at
Vermonts
now?
that beat Syracuse.
Retired.
Like
He got
those
splinters
teams
in his ass?
that have the opportunity to do that, and they deserve their chance if they're undefeated and they're the highest ranked.
So disrespectful,
group of 16.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I definitely.
Come to the can, you get crushed, baby. Go Nuggets.
Right.
Pepsi Center.
Wow. Right.
Brr.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Come
I
to
can
the
see
can.
you come through some top of the head shit, bro. That's like that's good, man.
Let's say, come to the can, you get crushed. Welcome to the Pepsi Center.
And then he said, brr.
Ain't bad at all. That ain't bad at all. So I think let's y'all want to take it to the earned respect of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
Does you win that?
Just both up. It was just those two. We don't have to hit.
Well, we at.
I know. We could probably hit them quickly if you want to, or we could just go straight to earn respect. You guys had that question for me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really gonna take us for like 7.5 hours.
No, I'm gonna get through with it. I promise. I know I'm long-winded, man. But I'm gonna get through with it.
No, because I'll have my opinions as well.
No, we're gonna bounce back.
It's a 2-part question.
Okay.
1, who is your favorite Cash Money artist? And 2, excluding Soulja Slim, because that's like one of my personal goats, and you know he's deceased now. It's a couple No Limit cats that's deceased, but well, you could include Slim. But who is your favorite No Limit artist? And you know, I think it should. Well, go ahead. Cash Money, No Limit. Give me both.
You want my favorite Cash Money, No Limit artist? As far as No Limit goes,
Silk.
Honestly, I can give you an answer for both of them. It's gonna be the same person, although he wouldn't have put in the same work for No Limit as he technically put in for Cash Money. And then now he's obviously a solo artist that is doing his own thing. But my favorite rapper ever is that boy Shantae. Is Currency, the Hot Spitta.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite rapper ever.
He was on No Limit? Oh yeah, he was on the 504 Boys.
He was on Tight Whoops.
Yeah,
he got a verse on Tight Whoops, man.
He was in some shit. Well, he had some shit with Soulja Slim.
He was on plenty of shit.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Currency. If you ever come across this, shout out to you.
Still doing it.
Shit, man.
I remember he was dropping a tape like every day.
I'm trying to remember his bar that was like during that time when he had the mixtape takeover that he definitely devoted to Soulja Slim, and I cannot remember. I could take 50. I could take 10 G's and make what he said. No. Well, it was just more so of like he mentioned Soulja Slim's name in it. He didn't necessarily use the bar, but what you're talking about, so I can show off my fandom, is the mixtape takeover, which happened my sophomore year of high school. It was Super Tecmo Bowl is my favorite mixtape by him. His first one was Independence Day, followed by Higher Than 30,000 Feet, followed by all of them, bruh. Yeah,
I think I started with the Smokey Robinson
the Smokey Robinson was at the very end because he also had Fast Times at Ridgemont Fly. He had all that shit. I was there for it.
Yeah, I like that New Jack City. I like a couple of them.
That was my shit. Like that was
New Jack
my
City.
that motherfucker. My bad toys lift up. Yeah. My walls through the 360. Yeah, man. Verde Terrence, Verde Coupe with the Alchemist.
I like them little EPs shit, too, like the what's it like Cigarette Boats or something like that.
Cigarette Boats, Cigarette Yachts or something.
Yeah,
that was with Harry Fraud.
Yeah. Harry Fraud be slapping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. La Musica, the Harry Fraud. Yeah, no, bro. He do his thing. But yeah. So I guess I can answer that. But
okay, so Currency is a good one.
But obviously going back. I mean the hood. I don't think people understand how good Juvie was.
Oh,
I don't think people got a chance to appreciate and understand how good Juvie was before they really had their dispute and before Juvie. Because like even if you go through the older stuff,
Soldier Ass.
and obviously he was like the face of it.
Yeah.
Once you get to Juvie the Great and you get to bounce back and you get the slow motion with the aforementioned Soldier Slim, I mean like Juvie really bounced back, man, and Juvie was like that. God, man, I have a really good friend.
Juvie was my favorite rapper for a number. Still one of my definitely top 10.
Yeah, man, one of my best friends in my life, man. Matt
Hey,
Lamada.
we performed on the same stage with that nigga.
Yeah.
Word?
Shout out to Shard. Shotty was OG Fest. It was probably just over a year ago. It was like one of the big festival type things, but it was like OG Fest. So it was Triple J, who's a local cat around. Well, he's got a name. I ain't gonna call him local, but Triple J, who's one of the bigger artists, one of the OGs in Palm Beach. Shout out to Trip. Trick Daddy performed that night. Scarface performed that night. Juvie performed that night.
Real?
And
Where was that at, bro? Where was I? I was here.
it's at the Marina in Rivera.
Somebody,
at the Marina.
I ain't had the right people point me to the direction, man. I would've been in that
messed up.
bitch.
Probably,
I
man.
should have had a minute.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ryan, you're the only connection point, bro. You fucked up,
Yeah, I
man.
did fuck up.
Whenever we get to run it back, both of y'all definitely gonna be in attendance. But yeah, we performed. We really essentially, and I didn't. I was just out there, but so they performed and opened for the person that went immediately after them was Trick.
That's
crazy,
real.
yo.
They went after Scarface. It was,
After Face?
It was they went after
That's
Face.
wild. Yeah, I'm like, oh,
After
who's
Face, then it was them, then Trick,
That's
then
crazy.
Juvie.
Local legend.
That shit was lit.
That's
boy.
crazy.
That's cool. Shout out Shard, Shotty.
But like I said, man, Juvie and B, it's too hard, man, as far as when it go to Cash Money, man, because Juvie, BG, man, like like I said, my boy Matt Labata, man, who was the biggest BG fan I know.
No, I love
that
BG.
fucking Hood Generals Gangsta Grills when he started making his comeback. That's one of my favorite Gangsta Grills ever. Like that shit's tough, bro.
BG, his early shit is slept on. A lot of people don't know, but people know BG like the hottest of the hot BG and shit like that. But you go back to the Chopper City, All on You 1 and 2, Checkmate.
Yeah,
and then the gangster, whatever.
The Hood General was against the grill, and then you left with Wayne, and then it's like and
Turk was hard too.
Yeah, but say Turk had the shortest stint, I guess, because he was in jail for a really long time. But then, like I said, then you're left with Lil Wayne.
Right.
Like oh my god, like of all the things I could have, I got Lil Wayne, and it's like
Wayne dropped the card and it was a wrap.
Yeah, man, and it's really fucking tough, and then. So yeah, man, No Limit is a. If I had to be honest, obviously I listen to. At least the only person that's left on the label is Lil Wayne more than anybody else, but I would have to go Currency because it is my favorite rapper. Somebody that's been associated. He was associated with Cash Money Young Money for a really long time, and that's like also not counting Drake. Who was also there? Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think
which is crazy.
I think when people ask that question, like me, I don't even think of Drake, but he is Cash Money.
Yeah,
and so is Nicki Minaj. So a lot of people can say
Nicki,
her.
And yeah, man.
So
is
Gordo. You know, just say him.
Little twist.
Little twist.
Yeah.
Little Chucky.
J Mill. Oh, little Chucky.
J Mills, Chucky. Like all of them, bro.
Fuck your mother. Fuck. You remember that shit from Jay? You ever seen that Making the Band? He was having a freestyle battle with somebody, and he just, we'll watch it after this.
He just broke down,
bro. We're gonna put you. We're gonna show you. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I'm a big fan. You know, this is the type of music I listen to, and you being from the state, I want to get your account of it.
Okay.
What is the level of love Louisiana has for Mac?
Mac?
No, Mac. MAC. No Limit Mac.
I don't know who Mac is.
Shell Shock Mac.
I've never heard of Mac.
Obviously, a very little amount of respect and love.
I know. Well, I don't want to make
respect.
I don't want to make my contribution to this conversation like the you know what I'm saying.
End all be all
of the respect we have for him. But yeah,
okay, well, I'll give you a
Mac.
breakdown. Eric, you might know a little bit about Mac, depending on what I left on the iPods. But Mac was
come on, Eric.
The lyrical, called a lyrical assassin. That was like his nickname.
Yeah.
But he was just a nigga on No Limit. Listen to Shell Shock. He was like the lyrical cat on the roster. Like you heard Niggas in Trouble on Chopper City. For BG Niggas in Trouble. The beat go like dun-na-na, dun-na-na.
Honestly, no.
Damn.
I've had listened to Chopper City a couple times. I just don't remember that song in general.
Listen to that song. That's a good song. But
Chopper City, but
check out Mac. Free Mac.
I'll try that. But what I can tell you is that It's not a deep reference. At least as far as I know.
Yeah, I can tell.
You know. Otherwise, I'd have been like, Mac, come on, bruh.
Okay, so
fuck with y'all with it.
Yeah. Well, Mac is hard though. But
yeah.
Maybe like I said, he I don't know how many albums he dropped before he got locked up, but he's been locked up like around the same time C Murder been locked up. He's been out the game for a minute.
That's been like that was like early
2000s.
2000s, like probably like 2003, 2004, because that was like C Murder did the "Oh, you ain't heard me."
That's one of my favorite songs ever.
I done things that y'all
just
never
heard
heard
that
of.
shit
Yeah,
yesterday.
I'm a fool, boy.
Call me a fool. Willing to die.
But
BG snapped on that shit too. That's a top 10 tone for me. When that shit come on, it's over with.
But yeah, no limit. I guess you gotta go pee, just because everybody like to fuck with Silk the Shocker. You know what I mean? And he said a lot of wild shit, and obviously he probably has one of, honestly, the worst flows, but potentially one of the most inventive flows that you ever heard of. Because I feel like a lot of people borrow off of that Slim the Shocker flow right now, and it's easy to do. It's like the Slim Shocker flow. Oh, I won't say that. I'll say this: the Slim Silk. I'm saying Slim. I'm drunk, man. I've been on this Cavassier. But the Silk the Shocker flow has been it's very akin to the New York Trippy flow, the early 90s Trippy flow. You know what I mean? Like that old Reasonable Doubt Jay-Z Trippy flow type shit.
Jay-Z does rap like that.
But I'm saying, but if you listen to Reasonable Doubt, if you listen to Illmatic, it was like that Trippy flow where like you would kind of sound like you stumbling over your words, but you're not really.
But they're still on beat. Like this nigga Silk Dog.
All I'm saying, but
he records his verse and then just like try to fit it the best.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say but I'm gonna say You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't in a gang, but I hang with a whole gang of niggas. Like that type of shit. But it just don't make no sense.
He doesn't control his voice good. Like he'll start whispering and shit and be like,
but that's control. Like that's control though. No, it don't sound like control, but that's control. But all I'm saying is like,
no, control is mystical.
Obviously,
mystical is control.
No, it don't mean that Slim don't have control. He has control. He knows what he's doing.
It's terrible.
But like I said, I didn't say it was good. But like I said, Silk the Shocker has one of the most comical flows, and I believe that a lot of if you sit down and you listen to it, a lot of people kind of like took heed to it, whether they realize it or not. Because sometimes you don't have to.
They might have, but
it's one of them things where like no idea is original. I think your idea is original, and it's like is a variance is off of say the Migos and the which is really the Bone Thugs and Harmony flow. You might think you got something.
Is it Bone Thugs or 3-6?
It's probably both of them, but I think Bone Thugs is a little bit
Bone
older
6.
than 3-6.
Nah,
They might be
3-6.
They might be about the same. 6. But you know what I'm saying? But but I think that but you know you do that and then like you think you found a perfect hybrid,
right?
And you listen to Silk the Shocker verse and you like, God damn, nigga already did this before. But still the same.
Like I don't even be bobbing my head when Silk raps sometimes.
Oh no, I
like in the middle of a song I might be vibing.
I never bob my head when
and then Silk get on just be
who
like,
bobs their head with Silk rap, bro?
You be like,
but
this.
at the end of the day,
I'd be mad that it's a verse I want to hear after him. So I have to endure it.
At the end of the day, I mean, obviously, Mystical is probably the people's champ.
I think Mystical is really stylistically and lyrically like one of the best like to ever do it in a sense of like nobody like DMX, but DMX don't even go high and low like
I think
Mystical actually was rapping. He wasn't like
if you listen to it, he like the best mix between like Busta Rhymes and Twista. Like just I don't mean to put him there because I believe Mystical is his own person. He's from the state.
No, like
he's
you said,
a
no
legend.
idea is totally original.
But I
Tech
think
9's
that
ridiculous with speed too, though.
Yeah, but if you listen to Mystical, you know, it's the same thing. Like, if you listen to Mystical, like I said, he was one before. Although you know, Nana Nina been rapping for a very, very, very long time. This Tech 9 is like Nana Nina.
Oh, I was
you know what I mean?
What is that?
But
What you just call me?
Yeah, I was like, what?
or I think it's Tech
You don't know that
Tekanina
nigga?
is technically what it is. I think you say Nananina when you shooting dice. I think it's Tekanina. Technically, we talk about Tech 9. But he's been rapping for like the mid '90s too, and he finally like really blew up in like 2008.
He's from like Kansas City. Or
Kansas
something
City,
like that, right?
Kansas City.
That's where Eddie Griffin's from. I like Eddie Griffin.
And
I'll rub my back and make her feel good.
but yeah, I think
man.
like I said, Mystical I think is the people's champ.
I don't know because
but
he's
you know what I mean.
got like
but
3 or 4 rape charges, so you gotta.
But I was really about to say that. I was really about to say like, but the issue with him is
like I don't even
has some social. He has some social issues that the courts hadn't decided with. And everything. It's not me to say what's true or not, but those things outstanding, that sound like a lot of issues that you got as a person, man.
He just got some charges dropped, but it's like, bro, you shouldn't keep having multiple rape allegations.
Yeah, no, 100%. But like I said, it's just I'm not going to be that person. Like I said, that makes a complete judgment.
You know
but if you got 4 or 5 charges. It's like that's wild. Yeah,
If
you
the shoe fit.
you need to chill out.
Right, like it's something,
you need to chill out.
something going on.
And no matter what, even if all 4 of them get dropped, you got issues that I can't really fuck with you like that. Like
Trying to come to the high.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. No. Most definitely.
You want to drink?
I just don't want to. You just gotta be, careful of saying shit before the charges go. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't have a party with some women and invite Silk the Shocker because something might not go right. Because the people ain't like everybody. I'm sorry, not Silk the Shocker. I'm sorry,
Two birds with one
because everybody ain't like.
Fuck it.
No,
So then you just left with Ghetto D, man, and you gotta go with P, man, because P is not only for No Limit. P is not only an inspiration in rapping, no matter how good or bad you feel like P is, but as a P, everything that P did,
He's like an overall G. I'm talking about like.
I was about to say P is P Diddy. P is Puff Daddy, Sean Combs without the fanfare of being from New York.
P did everything.
P would have done more. P would have been worth $100 billion right now if he was Diddy.
P took every possible avenue you could take.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga rap, nigga sold dope, hooped, nigga was in the NBA.
Bruh,
like,
imagine if he was from New York.
Oh yeah, he would have.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He would have made $100 billion right now.
Yeah,
because
P like
that.
I fuck with P. I fuck with his music too. He's
Who's the West Coast P and Diddy?
I mean, I guess that would be like Dre. I mean, Dre actually is the only one with $1 billion. He made $1 billion in like one transaction. He made $1 billion in a bill, a handshake.
Snoop still does a lot too.
But even
he
like,
not Dre.
I don't fuck with him.
He not Dre
like
though.
that. But like them niggas like
actually,
E40 them too short.
Actually, I'll say
in the block.
we tripped. Even though Dre signed the first $1 billion handshake that at least a black man in America that I could say did, Cube is that. Cube
is probably really the West Coast GOAT.
Yeah. Cube is the West Coast GOAT.
Cube
is top 10 and people never mention him as being top 10.
The Big 3 league for the NBA.
He's got like just a cemented spot.
He is the owner and founder of that.
He's got a cemented spot in the top 10. Like he's just.
But people don't give. People always talk about NWA.
Like
No. But people that make top 10 lists that like have been around for a long time and shit like that will give him NWA. That will give him 3 classics. Right. As far as the Predator, Death Certificate, Death Certificate, and what's the first one? America's Most Wanted.
Jackson was hard too.
They will give him NWA those 3 classics, and they will still make a top 10 and leave him off of it. And I'm just wondering who the fuck wrote 50% of a whole group's 2 classic albums and his own 3 classic and his 3 classic albums, and you leave him off of the list. And it's wild because Cube is my Charles Barkley.
He was writing other people's verses.
Okay. He was writing Eazy-E verses.
Eazy-E, yeah, and probably Dre.
And Ren
was
right.
No, I think Ren wrote his own.
Eazy-E is my favorite in the group.
That was all Cube verses.
Well,
really gonna
it's Cube and Dre.
Really?
Yeah, you're right. Cube and Dre. He was writing all the Cube and Dre verses.
Let me get your top 10. We
top. Well, we don't have enough time for the top 10, and I don't have a top 10 completely on my head. That's a lot.
Gucci. 10 is a lot.
And
Gucci. Shouty.
That's it.
Yeah, I would like to give it some thought, but if you could do it right now.
I don't have a top 10 on my head, but all I can say is that Cube gets slept on a lot. Like I said, especially if you think about his contribution. So yeah, if you ask me who's the West Coast P, is most certainly Ice Cube. He's had his hand in everything since then. Basketball, like you said, Big Three, movies, rap. You can't. I'm sure he has some motherfucking sodas or some liquor. Like, it's just, yeah.
So
I got some ice cubes.
Yeah, I would say probably some ice cubes.
If he doesn't, he blew it.
Get your ass.
Yeah.
Tupac, Soulja Slim, Juvenile, Trick Daddy.
You don't have
Rick
some
Ross.
that fucking high, man.
No, this is 10.
Oh.
But I actually do. Rick Ross, Scarface, Cube,
See, it's tough, man. 'Cause
Nas,
Gucci Man. Project
Pat.
where's Hove?
I don't know. Not on my list.
The tweak is heavy. That's what it is.
Yeah, I might be thrown. Shit.
Soldier Boy.
I don't know, fucking BG.
Gucci.
Okay. But the quickly, we went overtime. Like we in overtime.
Like,
But to say,
triple overtime.
so Kawhi, just try to get back to sports real quick. Kawhi Leonard has said that he plans on declining his player option after this season, and he says it's not a big deal to him, and it doesn't have anything to do with how he believes he's going to sign. If he's going to stay with the Clippers, if he's going to leave, he just says it's a smart decision as somebody his age, if he's in good health, to decline it to maximize his contract. How do y'all feel about that? And also on the sense of player empowerment, how do y'all feel like that has affected the league in general?
Well, for that, I think that that is good for business. You know what I'm saying? If you're applying for jobs, you want to have 3 job offers and get to pick as opposed to I have to choose this one. You get what I'm saying? So you leave. You never know what's gonna transpire. Shit, I tell you what. January 1st, nobody thought 2020 was gonna run how it did. Nobody thought 2020 was gonna run how it did.
Not at all.
So you never know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be another season, almost a full length season. So the Clippers definitely failed expectations last year. If it happens again, Kawhi might say, okay, Paul George already signed the max, so it looks like they're committed to him if he's committed to them. So that kind of gives Kawhi the option to kind of, okay, whatever, I'm gonna see what's up. If everything goes well, he could re-up and get his money. If he doesn't, he could peel. But in terms of player empowerment, that situation I don't think is that bad. I think that's kind of a regular run-of-the-mill type situation. Like, that's understandable. I think what something like James Harden is doing, that type of player empowerment, I don't agree with. I feel like that's acting like a hoe, but that's me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to play with the team, you've already expressed the fact that you want to be traded and shit like that. Like, okay, so let that play out how it's gonna play out. You're getting your money. You're getting way more money than damn near 99% of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So just go on hoop, go and do what you do. If you want to push back, whatever, but don't be not showing up and then be in the club. You feel me? Like,
It's bad luck.
if you don't want to show up, don't show up, but don't be doing it and you in the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's lame.
It's one of them things where you like, hey, I'm here, but don't give me no pictures. Like, I want to be like I'm at the crib chilling.
Exactly.
Don't put me on the
don't
ground.
openly be at the club. At least try to be in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you don't want to show up, then just don't show up. Be at the house, or like I say, be somewhere where a bitch can't see you. Don't openly be like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's great. But
E-Rose, Ride, you got any feelings about it?
I think Kawhi Leonard.
No, Ride gonna get this shit off on the next one when I mention the next topic.
That nigga Ryan fast that shit up.
No. He gonna get his shit off on the next one when I mention it. So you set up for the next topic.
All right.
Oh no, yeah.
So
you
E-Rose,
lead on that.
E-Rose,
Text Pat.
you got anything?
Kawhi Smart. Go Nuggets.
That was stupid.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like, bro, I'm wild. Right. Okay. So the next topic, which you can speak on both of them.
No, I'll start on this topic. So Kawhi is using his player option because his first option instead of Paul George was Jimmy Butler, and he'll end up on the Heat.
Word.
Here we go.
With the player option.
Okay, so then let me ask you this:
Mike Ryan.
what the Heat have stopped their interest in James Harden?
Eric's done.
Yeah, he walked. He didn't even want to hear this bullshit. You know what? Honestly, bro, and we could all take a break. Well, I said we could all take a break from this shit. We all would, and just let him. We let him sit in this spot in the middle.
You know what's the funny part? I was really like, oh.
He's got something to say.
Yeah. He's okay.
Yeah, you faked you
is
out.
Promising. My bad. This is promising.
Right,
So the Heat have
what's
stopped
the
their
next
interest
My
in
mom
James
texting
Harden.
you right now? My mom texting you, telling you what to say right now.
She might have. Shout out Miss Jody.
But
Shout out.
but the Heat, she has now, I'm sure, also stopped her own interest in James Harden, as the Heat have stopped their interest in James Harden for this season. So how do you feel about how that will play with the Kawhi situation and with the Giannis situation that just happened, and what y'all will do next? Since everybody wants to be in Miami and everybody wants to be in South Florida.
Some people
and
want to
live
be in
their
Miami.
life.
Some people
and
were born in
you know
South
what I'm saying?
Florida.
You tell me how the golden child of the NBA franchises are going to handle this.
So the stigma with the Heat is we're always thinking that we have the next free agent, no matter who it is. We're always in the market for him. And how do we do that? We have those flexible contracts. We try to stay liquid to try to find those little gaps in player options and team options. Like, how did we get Jimmy? No one can really explain how we got Jimmy. It was like a 4-team trade.
Pat Riley threatened to
Well, it was a sign-in trade to make the money work, but y'all still had the money.
So Giannis is out of the picture. Harden's out of the picture.
Yeah.
I don't even know who our next superstar, because I can't really confidently, honestly say we're going to get Kawhi. Kawhi's probably just going to, like you're saying, restructure, and he wants to have the options. I'd be shocked if we...
I mean, he is a Cali boy, so...
Yeah, but he's from that area.
He's not coming to Miami. I don't think he is.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely doesn't seem like a Miami personality. Being Club Live, like...
Yeah. He ain't
4 a.m.
sitting around in Tootsies with them whole, you know what I'm saying, in 11, you know what I mean, like...
Drinking a ginger ale.
You like that, Kawhi? Yes.
You know what? I'm just came here to drop off this honey bun.
Right.
I'm going to the house.
Can't slap no stripper booty, man.
He gave me a Prada bag because he's
Just
proud of
drop
me.
it on
You
the
slapped my
table.
back.
And y'all got a
trying,
Prada
Kawhi.
bag since I've been proud of y'all. Since we last
man.
talked about it.
Honestly, bro,
never-
man, if you believe it or not, man, Rod and your brother, man, they text me to see if we could scrounge up enough change. You know what I'm saying? I looked in my Crown Royal bag, man. I looked in my purple bag,
It was
and
like $7.50 now.
it was like $8.60, honestly. It was just close.
work.
That was a good guess, man.
It's a cash out.
Yeah, bro, but I ain't have enough, man, to get you the Prouder bag, man, for being proud of
Yeah,
you.
boy,
Cash
they
app
proud of
after
me.
you get $10.
But Ryan, go ahead, finish up, man. This is your floor, man. I'm sorry.
Alright,
We
man,
apologize.
full
We
on.
apologize. It's just so much. It's just so much heat bullshit we could take.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
we have no superstars other than the superstars we have. We got Bam. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's going to be hitting threes this year. Watch. He's adding that to his game. I heard that in the offseason.
Who told you that?
MySpace Pat Riley.
And we don't want to give his sources.
on the wall. He hit you on the
He
wall,
almost said it. He
man.
almost said it.
Yeah,
bro.
he did, bro. He
Felt
almost.
that grip on his neck. Shut up.
He had to look at you. Had to be like, hold up.
Fact checker.
I checked to make sure the camera was still on.
He was like,
He had ball right up to the window. Like, I ain't heard it from nobody. I just made that up. That's what I got.
Yeah, no.
I think we're going to have Pat Riley soon on the air. I got a
That would
feeling.
be so lit, bro.
Yeah. So what do you? So at least
Expectations?
no, it's
no,
over.
that's over.
What are your expectations as a Heat fan, and also where are your expectations of what do you think could happen with James Harden potentially in the future, or like I said, potentially the next superstar y'all can get? It's
Well-
your corner. We in Rod's. You know what I mean? We are in
We in
Rod's
Rod's room.
wheelhouse.
Well,
we should say.
what does the Heat aren't interested in James Harden anymore mean to you?
Well, apparently, so right now, reading what I read,
It means he's going to be on the Heat next week.
well, no, well, currently, well, probably, yeah, going by what you believe, yes.
That's probably
but
what's gonna
currently,
happen.
it's just that they say right now they don't have. I assume that they are still now not willing to give up Hero, and they are saying right now they don't have the
I wouldn't.
assets as far as draft picks to get him.
Right.
So maybe a year down the road or 2 years down the road, how do you feel about the way, like I said, especially if the big fish, Giannis, is tied up, Anthony Davis is tied up.
Yeah, he's not coming.
Right now, Bradley Beal is tied up, etc. Then, I'm going to throw you an example.
Devin Booker.
Next year,
Watch your mouth.
next year with James Harden on a 2-year contract, or even the year after with James Harden on a 1-year deal, with
That'd
James,
be 32, 33 years
with
old.
Jimmy Butler being 32, with Harden being 32, with Bam being at that point like 25, and with Tyler Hero being like 22. What do you think
Bam
about
is that old?
Bam, he's like 23 right now. I'm saying 2 years. He's
2
probably
years,
like 25.
okay.
I don't even think he's 23. He might
Yeah, I was
be
gonna
like
say, I feel like
23. He might be like 23. Hero might be like 21. Honestly, we could go to Jason Tatum route, and they gonna both stay 19 their whole existence in the league.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
at that point, just to say in 2
That's
years,
crazy.
if Jimmy's 32,
Boy,
if
Jimmy's
Harden's 32 or 33, and if you have Bam and Hero, like I said, at the point where they're 24, 23, 25, 22,
All right.
what do you think about that team?
Does-
Like, the long-term future of the Heat.
Does Harden have 20 pounds less on him, and does Tyler Hero have 20 pounds more on him? If that's the case, then we got a shot at the championship, because that actual combination between Harden having the ball and Bam being another playmaker and Jimmy not having to be the main scoring option, that sounds good. And Tyler can still, be that off guard and hopefully scoring 18 to 20 points.
So Harden
Needs to
right
lose 20.
now and Hero right now, weight wise, you don't think it's a championship team? Y'all just went to the final.
No,
No.
if he goes, I'm still taking the Nets. I'm gonna take the Nets
Yeah, I would too,
because I'm gonna just
I just, like I
foolishly
told you, I
follow
got
my
a
player.
hunch.
But if they would be,
we fight for it. We contend. Yeah.
that's
absolutely.
the Eastern Conference fight. If Harden goes there now, and you have a 4 of Jimmy Butler, Harden, Bam, and Tyler Hero, I believe they go to the Eastern Conference Finals with the Nets.
That would be
Easy.
great. So are we? So it sounds like Tyler Hero is now mid tier.
I think he's
Yeah,
he's
I
off
think
the
so.
trade. He's off the trade board unless you're going top 15
If you need-
player.
He's a foundational piece.
This no. This year, if
Not foundational,
if
but
you need to trade Tyler
key
Hero,
piece.
if the only thing between Harden going to Miami or not was the fact that we need Tyler Hero, I'm trading him right the fuck now.
Let me ask you
But
this:
in
who,
2 years,
I don't think they're that
it's
sure.
a little bit different.
who wouldn't? Hold on a second.
Bam and Jimmy, I think that's what you're saying.
No, who's the players you wouldn't or would put Tyler Hero in a trade deal for? Like,
Oh, okay.
You know, get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
LeBron.
Where's the line?
yeah, like where is the line? Like,
I think Bradley Beal is the line. I don't know who is ahead of Bradley Beal, but Bradley Beal's the line. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker,
But
James
see,
Harden,
Bradley Beal to me,
Klay Thompson,
looks-
a healthy Klay Thompson.
I heard.
You
Well-
have to take the story. You have to.
but I think Hero has a different mentality than Clay.
He does. But the issue is this: you have to take the bona fide star right now,
Right.
over any
And Clay's still
prospect.
fairly young.
Over any prospect.
I would love
Injuries
Klay.
as
because
well.
because you never know what that prospect is actually going to come about. You have to take the finished product right now
Right.
before you take the
And
prospect.
that's what's crazy about, I guess, with the injury rate, but like the stock in the NFL draft. You know what I'm saying? When they're trading players that have proven something in the league for a pick. And that goes to just show, I guess, the injury percentage in the NFL is so high that you have to always think ahead. But 'cause
Yeah.
in the NBA, you're right. Like if you have even Harden at 31, 30, whatever he is, and Hero at a young ass 19 or whatever the fuck he is, 21, you're gonna take Harden because it's not. It's if he was to get hurt, it'll probably it's some crazy shit.
Because James Harden means more to my team than Bud Dupree means to the Steelers.
Oh,
Like Bud Dupree, but I'm saying, but Bud Dupree is like
Yeah, it's a different
outside linebacker in the 3-4 defense that we really, really appreciate around the league. That's really good.
To keep
He
it
gets
gangster.
actually blah blah blah. But James Harden means more than Bud Dupree does.
To keep it gangster, it's probably like 10 players, if that, in the NFL that really mean like
That
That
much.
much
Yeah,
to the
yeah. Matter of fact, I think it was it me, you, and Rod that had a conversation about whether TJ Watt could be as good as JJ Watt.
Yeah.
End up as good as JJ Watt. And you and Rouse said that y'all thought so, and I was like, I think y'all forgetting about who the fuck JJ Watt is. And I was like, you should go back. And then y'all looked and it was like, J.J. Watt had 19.5 sacks. He had 20.5 sacks. He had 21.5 sacks 3 consecutive years. And I was like, yeah.
At a point,
y'all should
I
was like, y'all should realize how good he was. And the fact that at that point, he was completely untradeable. But like you said, to your point, when you think about football, you just think that like, oh yeah, of course, like he couldn't did that much. And you have to look and you like.
Right. Well, football, you have to actually look at the numbers to see how dominant, because for as good as J.J. Watt was, as good as Randy Moss was, as good as T.O. was, as good as all these Calvin Johnson was, Larry Fitzgerald has been, you know, not Calvin, but Julio Jones is, you know what I'm saying? As good as these motherfuckers is, you know, it doesn't always amount to. Calvin Johnson played his whole career in sewage.
Yeah, but
Matt Stafford still is.
Is doing it now. If you look at Matt Stafford, he's got buku numbers. You feel me? Like, you have to really like
all those people. But all
football
those
is crazy.
But
bro.
all those people are technically irreplaceable.
In a sense,
it just doesn't.
With them, it was the same result. Or with them, without them,
if you're not in the right situation or organization, it's fucked up because only one person can only change so much.
Exactly. In football, I think it is way more key to get drafted to a good organization than any else, where you have to go to where they're built, because there's so many parts of football. Yeah. There's so many players on both sides of the ball. Like, it's tough, bro.
But I say, speaking of that, real quick, I mean, E-Rose, you've been chilling, man. I know you cooling, man. But just because we talked about that, speaking of a team that don't always like draft the best and put the best pieces together. You know, the Raiders don't really like do that shit, man. So like, how you feel about y'all draft strategy just over the years and shit like that? It can be real quick.
I think the last 2 years is decent.
I'm talking about Darius. I'm talking about Hayward Bay days. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Jamarcus.
You know what I mean? I'm just talking about Jamarcus. You know.
Matter
of fact, how do you feel about?
I mean, he won the national championship, dog. You couldn't like say that.
Wasn't it? Didn't they had a purple unicorn? Didn't David Carr come out and say that
Purple Walrus?
Purple Walrus was for.
But Larry, so first of all, for all draft picks, you know what I'm saying? It's 50-50 every pick. You can get the 209, whatever was 296.
Mr. Irrelevant was like 255.
Yeah, you can be the 256 pick and be the best player in the NFL. You can be the first pick and be the worst player in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
You going to Tom Brady?
It is what it is.
A 6th-round pick and be
but
the greatest
it's the truth
ever.
though. You know what I'm saying? These guys can have good, like, you know, I figure smaller school guys do better in the league anyway, but as you know, the Raiders just do what the Raiders do, dog. I think Mike Maycock's doing a little bit better. I like Max Crosby.
He just keep drafting everybody from Clemson. He keeps drafting. Not only that, he keeps drafting white people. He keeps drafting white people from Clemson.
Well, Hunter Renfrow hasn't made me upset yet. You know what I'm saying?
Tanner Muse. I'll tell you what, man.
Tanner Muse hasn't played yet. And Celine Farrell, Hunter Renfrow played better than Celine Farrell has.
That Hunter Renfrow,
y'all lined up the other night and y'all had 2 white safeties. I don't have nothing problem against white people. I just tend to realize that white people don't do that well at safety. Y'all lined
Did they
up
get
with
exposed?
2 white people at safeties. And guess what happened on that play? Y'all gave up like 20, 25 yards. And guess what I saw the next time? Y'all had a nigga in that safety. And so I was talking to I was talking to my big brother, man. I was talking to my big brother. I was talking to my cousin, my big brother, Block, man. And I was on the phone with him, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, y'all got 2 white people at safeties. And then I'm like, y'all gave up 20 yards. And I'm like, y'all don't have 2 white people at safety no more. And he was just sitting there just like, he was just sitting there like, fuck you. Because, you know, he hates everything.
Ryan, let me ask you this. Who do white people value more, Luka or Christian McCaffrey?
Tell you one thing, my dad appreciated seeing McCaffrey run the ball a couple weeks ago, and I was like, it's not that big of a deal. But you know,
a 2-yard gain, he was like, that's a hard run right there.
That's what I remember.
Luka's on a different level. McCaffrey might be like the white person vote, but Luka's the chubby white person vote, and I think even if you're just a little overweight,
it's the more relatable.
You can appreciate the Luka because it's like, man, that dude is slow. Paul Pierce had that too, right? Like he's like he just kind of beat me, but I'm not even sure how he did it. And it's crafty. They're just crafty players, and I personally like Luka. McCaffrey's whatever. He just looks like an injury waiting to happen.
Nah, I feel you. Luka is he's definitely a bright spot for y'all. But damn boy, we were supposed to go for 15 minutes, but it's been an hour and 4. But you know, we always got to end it off right.
Let's
We
get
always
it.
got to do what we got to do. So we gonna go around the campfire. We all gonna do our earn respect. I'll start it off. My earn respect goes to it's kind of like a two-part. So number one, to all the educators out there, because I'm an educator myself, and we're currently on Christmas
Fuck them
break.
kids, man.
Hey, we appreciate you over here.
I appreciate. Hey, I didn't agree, but I didn't disagree. So, but I just, I know it's been a tough year with the virtual, virtual, and then some people on campus, and it's a lot of asks of teachers. So, I want all the teachers out there and all the educators in the education world to enjoy your break, enjoy your holiday, enjoy your family, and all that. And the second part of that is shout out to all the people that, for the virtual kids, that are helping these kids to get through it and making sure that they're doing their work, staying on top of them. Big shout out to my mom, me and Eric's mom, and then also Miss Janice Finley, who is the twins' other grandmother, who have been handling their virtual school these past couple months. I know it's a taxing job with 6-year-olds trying to get them to pay attention to school on the computer. I know it's not ideally what you want to do with your day, but we appreciate you. So shout out to everybody that's handling that for the kids and trying to keep them on point. So
That's love.
That's mine.
Yeah, man. It's big love, man. Not for real. The youth is the future, man. Hey, man, keep doing what y'all doing. You and Eric at the Boys and Girls Club.
With kids as well.
You with with middle school, man, and yeah, man.
Can't wait to see Coach
Y'all
Rose
need
out
to be
there too.
appreciated a lot more than y'all do, man.
Appreciate
Especially as the whole essential worker thing that everybody has been talking about is just like you can't forget people like yourselves. So appreciate you.
Yeah, but when the season starts, y'all definitely gotta come to every
Practices.
game, baby.
Yo.
Practice.
No. I need that like assistant coach position, bro. You gotta.
Yeah.
I want to have like a
practice.
rotating assistant coach because a lot of people been asking. I can't have like 18 on staff assistant coaches.
Just, matter of
I
fact,
want
just
them
give
to
me,
not
give
like
me,
the day I'm coaching. It's
give
like,
me-
we got Wednesdays.
give me the big
Right.
man practices, and
Nah,
once I get that,
whenever y'all can come through.
you gonna start telling everybody like, nah, we good, because you're gonna realize like how good I am with that shit. Matter of fact, shout out to Coach Webb, my Coach Webb. That's Rusty Webb, Suffolk High School. He had a situation happen in person with his life, and I'm heartfelt and I'm sorry about that. I won't really get into details,
Right.
but
Shout out to Coach Webb, though.
Coach Rusty Webb,
Coach
man,
Webb.
he taught me. He was there every Sunday to open the gym for us as we practiced and as we worked on ours. And he was our big man coach and put us through all the drills. And yeah, so I'm ready to take up that helm, and I'm ready to show them boys how to work.
Trust me, I'm taking
I cuss kids. I cuss out kids though, man.
Yeah, me too. So
Oh, well, good then.
Yeah.
Hey, like I say, as soon as hopefully in January we can get something popping, and but y'all will definitely be some of the first to know.
I'll play a one-on-one tournament to see what coach get like benefits and get like first run, and I'm beating everybody ass, folks.
Okay, I like that.
Let them know. Like, you
If you
hear me?
bring
Hey, ain't nobody doing this with blocks.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I'm looking at the camera like Whiteside. You feel me? Like I'm really out.
So
I'm
I got
out
y'all
here.
too.
I'm really out here.
I know E'll come through if I need him. Shar, Harold, Herb, all y'all.
Said
Whenever
a
If you
mean
bring
bitch.
two to practice,
Huh?
if you bring two assistant coaches to practice, then you can run with them scrimmage, and you can.
Oh
coach
yeah, we're gonna do
at
the
practice.
shit. We can get
Half
everybody
Yeah.
the more minds, the better. I almost thought that said Kevin Garnett. Rest in peace to Kevin Green, Hall of Fame football player. But I almost thought that said
definitely.
Kevin Garnett, and I almost just had a heart attack myself. All right, so whose turn is it?
All right, I'll go. So I think we all know the name Keontae Johnson now from UF, the basketball player.
I watched that shit live. That shit was crazy.
It was scary. Last Saturday, he collapsed on the court. He had to be hospitalized, critical condition, and just over the weekend, he had a Twitter video that came out over social media, and he was just saying thank you for the prayers, and he's in stable condition, but he's not playing anytime soon. But hopefully, we hope for a quick return back to the court, and we're just glad that he's doing well. So he earned my respect with his resilience.
For sure, respect to your young brother.
Respect. Yeah, man.
Get well soon.
E?
E Rose.
My respect goes to the Bengals. They just beat the Steelers. They just stole a dub. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta steal a dub.
Sometimes you gotta steal that bitch. All right, Donnie.
For myself, especially since I won here last week, I'm gonna give.
Damn, what the hell kind of shirt he wearing?
My boy got a referee shirt on.
He's like a zebra.
I don't even know. Is Ryan? Hold on. First of all, I'm only saying this because as somebody from Louisiana, I don't like LSU at all. I don't think Ryan Clark is actually from Louisiana. Can somebody look that up? I'll look it up on my phone right now on video.
I don't think he just reps LSU.
Yeah, he just went to LSU, but I'm gonna see because if he is, then I'm about to denounce whatever fucking part of Louisiana he's from.
Yeah, that shirt he got on there.
I hope he's from down east, man. Because they don't, you know what I'm saying? Because they think they is what they is anyway.
Oh, they bougie.
He's from Marrero.
Okay,
yeah.
There's down east. He from New Orleans. He from the New Orleans area.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Marrero. Yeah, it's all good. You yeah. You know, I don't know nobody that wear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never seen that shirt like that.
Yeah. But anyway, also to say that, you know, shout out to Louisiana. You know, Ryan Clark doing his thing. Book McFarlane doing his thing. Even as bad as Book McFarlane is, as damn near everything he does, commentary wise, from the blue. He from North Louisiana though, so we don't. You know what I'm saying? He from North Louisiana. Anything above I-10, shit get shaky. We don't really appreciate that.
It sounds like I-4.
I was talking about Florida.
It's South Louisiana is definitely a South Florida vibe. But y'all like.
I always had that like image, like, cause the videos I seen, like watching like baller blocking and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was like, Louisiana, like New Orleans, well, specifically New Orleans, that's what we saw.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's Baton Rouge. Ball blocking was New Orleans, and then the Boosie, the hood tail shit.
Yeah, hood tail. But I used to watch the badass DVDs. All
yeah, what I'm saying that shit was from.
Ice and my grease.
That shit was from Baton Rouge. Like we have.
And I seen Thuggin' and Lovin' It. You ever seen that DVD?
I know y'all getting bored dealing with this.
Oh, that
I know
shit.
you miss my thuggin', my loving, cosmetic.
Yeah. That shit was different. Like I said, Louisiana is a little bit different because we have like 4 corridors inside Louisiana.
Wait, what did that do with Louisiana?
That was it.
Oh,
that wasn't. What song was that?
That was Bobby Brown and like John
Rule.
Yeah.
Thuggin' Lovin'.
You shouldn't.
Bobby Brown.
No, I said Thuggin' and Lovin' It. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yes.
No, that was the DVD. That was like Gangsters and Thugs of like Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Well, although I've never been to the West Coast to like Fort Myers and shit like that, at least what people claim as like the 4 or 5 counties of South Florida, I don't feel that much. I know
3
Miami.
counties of South Florida.
I would.
Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. It's the tri-county.
Do that.
That's it.
But
Fort Myers, whatever they talking about, that's West Florida. They ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on.
It's
That's
just
the golf,
even,
man.
It's just
even the
retired.
distinction between that and what you
Your
could say like
respect.
Miami is his own thing type shit.
You can say that, but I tell you what, everybody in Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade, you probably got some kind of connection to
I
one
believe
of the
it.
counties.
I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you like that's the counties that's discussed.
Yeah.
A bitch don't talk about Fort Myers unless they're talking about like Clyde.
Yeah. No. I wasn't talking about this. I was just talking about them 3 together. I was talking about Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami Dade as
us 3.
relative to each other.
To
But like
South
same
Louisiana.
thing. Yeah, the same thing you said is like, but with South Louisiana, you have 4 corridors. You got New Orleans, you got Baton Rouge, you got Lafayette, you got Lake Charles. Lafayette and Lake Charles are
You
both
from
in the
Lafayette,
387. I'm from Lake Charles.
Lake Charles, okay.
Lake Charles. I'm from Salford. I was born in Lake Charles. I'm from Salford. But the same thing is that they were like here, so it's the same thing. But as far as just talking about the corridors of them, is that you know Lake Charles is much closer to Lafayette than like Baton Rouge is to Lafayette, or then Baton Rouge is to New Orleans. You know, Lake Charles and Lafayette like kind of country cousins. They probably share the same area code. 337, stand up in this motherfucker.
That's like Orlando or some shit like that.
Yeah. But
What's your respect, dude?
Yeah.
well, how do we get on that topic?
Ryan Clark.
Oh, Ryan Clark. Yeah, Ryan Clark, Boogie McFarlane. I know Boogie McFarlane from the 318, but you know, we don't really claim it. But Ryan Clark from down east, Marrero. Yeah, but
Just
my
weren't feeling the
respect.
shirt.
My own respect is because the shirt was whack. Yeah, that sweater,
trash.
that sweater was terrible.
Like,
But
skeleton custom.
my own respect is to Sarah Fuller. A lot of people gave her shit. A lot of people gave Vanderbilt shit just for like having a woman kicking on the team, and the fact fact that she suspended her break and her Christmas break and whatever else just to kick, and the fact that they had all the COVID issues, and the fact that even though Derek Mason was on his way out, and which I also find out that I believe they have an African American woman, which I don't even say African American, I think they have a black woman as their AD.
At Vanderbilt?
At Vanderbilt, I believe.
Cool.
I feel like it was a black woman that I saw on like the statement that was like we're moving away from Coach Mason, which is even more dope. But the fact that not only she did that and she went through all that dumb bullshit for the first week, but also that she made it 2 extra points that next week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just wherever you can find opportunity and you can do your thing and you do it well and you make your extra points. It's like, hell yeah, man. Like, I respect that. I respect the fuck out of that. So yeah, mine is going to Sarah Fuller, and then on a side piece. Besides that, right now, if y'all don't know, it's the festive part of the year of the EPL, and there's games like always in the English Premier League. And I think at this point of the year and this season with all the COVID shit, I think it might be happening around all the leagues, because usually the Bundesliga, which is the German league, the Spanish Premier Division, which is Spain obviously, and the Serie A in Italy, and Ligue 1 in France, and blah blah blah.
He's serious, bro.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think all those things usually suspend themselves during the Christmas break or the holidays.
Yeah.
But the English Premier League just keeps ticking. But I believe since it's the COVID year and they have to get everything in before the summer because of the Euros, I think they're all like playing games like every 3 days and it's really pumping. And so because of that, shout out to all of the soccer players for like really getting in that overtime.
For sure.
As well, but that's not nearly as important
No.
as our earned respect and our, my Sarah Fuller.
It's a lot of sports to
and
bet on.
everything else. But yeah, if y'all don't watch it, I appreciate it. I'm a Liverpool fan. We are top of the league as we should be, as we should have always been. Because like the Reds, up the fucking Reds, like we just like that. You know what I mean? Even through all the injuries, we done lost our 2 top center backs and all that. Look, E Rose. He just mad. He don't even know why he mad. He just got a hater spirit in his heart. But he did just also say he had to wake up at like 6:30. So I'm gonna let you get about it, pal.
Oh,
but
6:30?
DJ picked up a early shift, right?
Yeah.
But regardless of that,
Go
like I
Dortmund.
said, oh, you a Dortmund fan? That's Germany though. I fuck with Dortmund too.
No, that's the only thing I know. I said their jersey.
But no, Dortmund and Liverpool both do the "You'll Never Walk Alone" together.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm saying we got Klopp. We got Jurgen Klopp.
I be walking alone though.
So yeah, nah, man.
Like a lone
I'm
wolf.
always here with you, bro. In spirit, man.
Blood oath.
Fuck it. We got
All right.
All right.
We're going to wrap it up before they start cutting themselves.
Appreciate you watching.
For sure.
Thank y'all so much.
Nah, hey, if you made it to this point, you a fan. So we appreciate and we love you. Hope you have a good Christmas. We'll be back next week. You already know what it is.
Give me a gift.
Yes, sir.